Hey, welcome back to Podcasting 101, where we're diving into Section 2, Choosing Your Gear. And in this segment, we're diving into the third installment, which is the audiophile, or the upper echelon of recording equipment in the audio space. So let's jump right in. What we're going to be talking about in this video is what is audiophile gear, microphones, headphones, mixing consoles, DAWs, and the conclusion. Now, we're going to be moving pretty quickly through this particular video because, quite honestly, most of this gear is overkill for podcasting. Wait up, what is an audiophile? Well, audiophiles are an exceptional breed of people who are fascinated by pure audio. They're motivated by sound quality and addicted to audio gadgets. Yes, I might fall into that category. This is where the audio nerds show up and the arguments of who and what is better begin. At this level, most you haven't even heard of, yet build the best quality gear on the planet. A friendly reminder, just because you can buy the creme de la creme gear, that doesn't automatically make it sound good. Let me say that again. Just because you can buy the best gear, the upper echelon, doesn't mean that it's going to sound good. You have to know how to set it up and to use it properly. Being arguably the most important component of your recording, the microphone as an instrument is something worth investing in. Without diving too deep into the polar patterns, the condenser, dynamic, ribbon examples, and all the different uses, let's highlight a few of the best vocal mics on the planet. Those would include the Neumann U87 Ai, the Neumann TLM 103, the Telefunkin U47, the Sony C-800G, and the Manley Reference. These are all microphones in that top tier audiophile example that you will find in most professional recording studios. These, among others, are simply the highest level vocal mics that you will find at the professional level. If you have money to burn, responsibly of course, and want the best of the best, then these are what you're looking for. Again, it might be overkill for a podcast. All right, let's jump into headphones. So this is the full flex, the full commitment, and the utmost quality that exists in the universe of personal audio monitoring. If money is no object, then these are examples of what you'll be looking for. With a price range from approximately $2,000 all the way up to $30,000. Yes, I said $30,000 for a pair of headphones. You heard that right. These are the options to consider. The Audeze LCD 5s, the Audeze MM500s, which is the Manny Queen Artist Series, the HiFiMan Shangri, and the Focal Utopia 2022. The Warwick Acoustics Aperio, which is the $30,000 option, and they need an independent amplifier to work properly. Part of the reason why the expense is so high is you're buying a specific headphone amplifier that's tuned for those specific headphones. Moving on. Mixing consoles. Now, remember previously when I mentioned getting a great sound quality at the source will save you time in post-production? Well, this is the next level of capturing great audio quality at the front end of your recording. This is a pro level, which adds complexity and cost when it comes to equipment configuration. There are two primary solutions here: a software-based approach, where your primary controller is a keyboard and a mouse, and a hardware approach. For the purposes of this course, we're not going to dive into this, as we'll unpack this in detail in a later course. I will offer a couple of examples here of gear in this category as an introduction to this next level that would make sense for podcasters. Examples would be the Universal Audio Apollo X4 with the UAD DSP. This is a great example of that next level, but makes sense for podcasting. The SSL UF8 controller with an SSL 12 interface, also next level, but still makes sense in the podcasting space. DAW. This is the software and editing component of your podcast workflow. There are a number of different audio recording software tools ranging in the full spectrum of features, plugins, pricing. Here are a few of the best and most widely used examples at the pro level. Avid Pro Tools, the industry standard when it comes to audio recording. Logic Pro X, another great feature-rich tool in that space. Ableton Live, as well as Adobe Audition. Adobe kind of sneaks in there at this level primarily because the interface and the ecosystem that it plays nicely in the video production space. All right, let's wrap this up. In conclusion, this level of equipment in many cases is overkill when it comes to podcasting, which is partially why I sped through it so quickly. Most of these are for the uber audio nerds and or the highest level of studio engineers. You can certainly use some of these options, but ask yourself, is it for your ego or for your ears or for your listeners' ears? And what are they listening to your podcast on? Is it their phone with their Apple AirPods? Is it on their desktop and they don't have that great? You get the point. This concludes section 2 of Podcasting 101, Choosing Your Gear. And next up, we will finally dive into the process of recording. So thank you for your commitment and sticking around, and we will see you in the next video.